So, you're thinking of getting an NBN full fibre connection. Let's go through what you need to know. First things first, you'll need to talk to your preferred phone and internet provider. Ask them about connecting to NBN full fibre and make sure you've got a plan that can handle the speed and power that your internet connection can unleash. So, chat to them, lock it in, and they'll chat to us. If you have shared your mobile number with your provider, we'll send you a few SMSs confirming your appointment, as well as information to prepare, including one on the day itself when our technician is on their way. Before we get started, we'll need a person over the age of 18 to be there on the day to sign off on the installation. Unfortunately, this guy doesn't count. We'll also need you to ensure that any dogs or animals are secured for safe access. And keep in mind, if you're renting, you'll need to get permission from your landlord before we arrive, as work such as drilling and sometimes digging is required. Now, here's the important stuff. To get you connected to NBN's fast and reliable full fibre network, we're going to need to install cables and 2 pieces of NBN equipment, both internally and externally at your property. They're an important part of your installation, and their location can impact your overall fibre experience. So, first things first, the cables. Your new fibre connection is going to run from the street, and it can either run along existing cable pathways, including overhead, or just below the ground, or attached to a wall surface or fence. We'll assess which is most practical on the day. From there, it will connect to your NBN utility box. Usually, this will be installed near your existing telecoms utility box, if you have one, towards the front of your property. We will also need to install an NBN connection box. Sounds similar, we know. Remember it like this: utility on the outside, connection on the inside. So inside your property will be your connection box, and this is where you plug in your Wi-Fi router. There are some guidelines we need to follow to place this equipment, such as 1. It should be within 3 meters of a power point, and 2. It should be up to 12 meters from your utility box. If you're curious about the installation guidelines, we've got another video dedicated to what we're planning to install and where it can go. So definitely check that out too. The technician will propose a location for the box consistent with these guidelines wherever possible. If we can't place the connection box in your preferred location on the day, then there are a few options you can consider, although they are not included in an NBN fibre installation, so you'll need to explore these at your own cost. Firstly, you could provide your own pathway, in line with NBN standards, to where you would like your connection box, but this will mean we can't complete the installation on the day. We recommend that you get a registered cabler to do this for you. Find out more at nbn.com.au/cabling. Secondly, it may be easier to run an Ethernet cable from the NBN connection box to where you would like your Wi-Fi router. Or look at ways you could further enhance the setup at your property with our video, getting your connection up and running. Now please listen in, this is very important. None of this will happen without your consent. So once a plan is agreed, your technician will need your official sign-off to start installing. Once everything is signed, we'll get on with the install. Normally, this will all be wrapped up within the day and can sometimes require us to turn off the power or internet for 30 to 60 minutes. So it's always worth keeping your mobile handy in case of an emergency. If we are unable to complete everything within a day, we will organise to come back as soon as convenient. But don't worry, if this happens, you can keep using your existing NBN service if you have one. Once the physical installation is done, it's back to your provider to activate your new service and notify you. This might take up to a few business days depending on your provider. Don't worry though, if you have an existing NBN service, you can continue using it in the meantime. One final thing to keep in mind, sometimes when your internet is connected, fast speeds don't always come through as you'd expect. If this happens, you'll likely need to do a few things to make sure your pre-existing devices are compatible and up to scratch. For starters, check that your Wi-Fi router is capable of at least Wi-Fi 5 or above in its settings, and that it's in an open location where you use the internet most. There's a few other things worth checking that we've highlighted in a video called Getting Your Connection Up and Running. And that's it. NBN's fast and reliable full fibre connection is now yours to enjoy.